Do you just see black or what? Hey guys, it's Molly here again, and as a blind person, I spend my days answering the same questions over and over again about what it's like to live as a blind person, to not be able to see the world around you. So I thought today we'd flip things around, change it up a little, and you could answer my questions. So let's get into it. I just want to know what you see when you close your eyes. Do you just see black? Do you see color? Like, I don't know. What do you see? And the next question I have is, what do pores look like? Because when people try to describe pores to me, what I picture is like little pinprick holes all over your face. Like somebody took a pin and just like pricked all over. And I think that pores are only like around your nose and under your eyes, but I don't know, are pores like all over your face? Are pores all over your body? Like, can you see pores on your arms? I don't know. And I want somebody to tell me what color my eyes are, because nobody can tell me what color my eyes are. So whenever people ask, I just say I have light colored eyes, because I literally have no clue. Are they blue? Are they green? Are they gray? Because every time I ask, people give me a different answer, and I don't know if it's just because my eyes change color depending on what I'm wearing or my makeup, but nobody seems to be able to tell me what color they are. And on the topic of eye color, what would you say, in your personal opinion, is like the most attractive eye color to look at? I'm just really curious. And do eyes have like multiple colors in them, or are most eyes just like one solid color? I also want to know what the difference between maroon and burgundy are. I think like one's a reddish purple and the other's a purplish red, but which one's which? And what color are beets? Because I'm pretty sure beets are either maroon or burgundy. I just don't know which one. And how do you know when something's dry? Like, well, people will be like, oh, it looks dry. Like, dry is a feeling, you know? Like, when you look at a dog's nose, so if you like looked at Gallup's nose, my guide dog, can you see if his nose is wet or dry? Because to me, I only know it's wet or dry by touching it, because wet and dry is a texture. So like, does dry just look matte and wet looks shiny? What does dry look like? I don't know. I don't get this idea. And why do you use your eyes for so much? I think there's so many things that I see my friends doing where I think you could get that task done so much faster if you stopped using your eyes so much. You know, like when my girlfriends will grab their purse and they'll start physically looking in it with their eyes instead of just shoving their hand in and finding it. Like, if you just put your hand in there, I promise nothing else feels like your car keys. You know, nothing else feels like your wallet. These things are like a unique shape to probably most other things that you're carrying in your purse, and you could find it a lot faster with your hand than like trying to look through all the clutter and mess in your purse. Or like typing. I know a lot of sighted people who can touch type, but I also know a lot of sighted people who can't. They just like never bothered learning because they can just type with their fingers and like looking with their eyes. But obviously as a blind person, my only option is touch typing, and it's so much quicker. When people touch type, it's so much faster than like the one finger looking where you're typing situation. And pens. What is the most common pen color? Is it blue, black, red, gray? Is gray even a pen color? And pencils. When you write with pencils, is that gray? Is the lead silver? I don't know. And I want to know about stars. Like, how would you describe stars in a night sky? Because I've never seen them, and if I had to think about what they look like, I just try to think of like a black piece of paper with glitter scattered over top of it. Is that accurate? Am I anywhere close to how you would describe stars to a blind person? I definitely want to know. And freckles. Similar to pores, I want to know what freckles are like. Because when people, like, I know I have freckles, but when people describe freckles, I just picture like random brown splotches all over you. And like, do most people have freckles, or are freckles like a more rare thing? Like, is it common to see somebody with freckles, or is it unusual? And driving, this one, like, how do you stay focused? Because honestly, if I had to pick between like a driver's license and a guide dog, I'd take the guide dog, because driving just terrifies me. The idea of driving is so scary. There's just so much to take in all of the time. Like 8 lanes of traffic, and you're trying to figure out if people are swerving, they're switching lanes, you're looking at their indicators, you're trying to indicate yourself, then you have the lights changing and the stop signs, there's a 4-way stop and a T intersection. It just seems so overwhelming. I don't know how people carry a conversation with like the passenger, listen to music, and then some people like have the audacity to think that they can actually text and drive safely, which nobody can. And I just like, there's so much going on. That just seems like so much information for your eyes to be taking in and your brain to be like fast reacting to, you know? And that's what I think about sight. Like, I just think having sight, because I never had full sight, and I think having full sight just seems very overwhelming to me. Like, it just seems like everything is so vivid and crisp, and there's so much detail, and there's so much that you're like scanning and looking at all of the time. I feel like my brain would just be overwhelmed. Like, doesn't your brain get tired? I don't know, it just seems like a lot to me. So that's it. Those are the questions that I have for you sighted folks, and I would love for you to help me out and answer as many of them as you can in the comment section. I'm definitely really interested to hear what you guys have to say. You know, I always think it's better to ask and know the truth than to assume and be wrong. And I think there's too many taboo subjects out there. There's too many off-limits topics. I never want my disability to be the elephant in the room. I want you to come up. I want you to ask me questions about it. And similar, I want to be able to ask you. I think people need to be more open and honest and real. And if more people in society were like that, I think it would be a lot easier to understand those around you, to understand those who live differently to you or have different experiences. So yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Check out my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Links are right there. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.